What's going on, good people? How y'all doing today? Um, it's early morning my time. It's late in the US, or it's getting late in the US. Good to see y'all. So before I even get started, if y'all have questions, go ahead and pop those questions in there while we're speaking on today. Yeah, and I have a nice, brief little situation for you today. But first things first, I'm going to get to my repurposing highlight. So we are going to head over to the other screen and get that started. All right, hopefully everything is turned on. So this creator is I think, is it Jamie or Jameson Bethea? Jameson Bethea is the highlight for today. And he does a mixture of different things. I think I'll show you his profile today first. Okay, now. So here we go, Jameson Bethea. And what he does is he is a digital creator created by the creator to create, and he does music and mashups. And I love his mashups because it is a great way for him to express himself and also use some great just current events or things that are happening and utilize his musical skills to be able to create what he does, which is little bops. So here we go. This is one of the favorite ones. As you see, he utilizes his pinned post right here just to show some of his more popular ones. But this is one of my favorite ones that he's done. Let's take a listen.
You you can't help it that you pop it and they stop it. You can't help it that you pack it and they lack it. You can't help it that you great. You happy and they crappy. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. That's a damn problem. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a damn problem. Love you, bye. Look, you can't have.
All right. So what did he do there? He has this gentleman, Jerry. Oh, no, not Jerry. Terry K. Terry goes on a live or on TikTok and he creates a message for people about whatever, about other people trying to give their opinions and whatever, just trying to impede on your life. So from that snippet or from this TikTok or from this reel, he hears a song and he creates a mixture, a mashup, if you will, to be able to share his talent along with repurposing Terry's content and creates just this awesome piece of content that you can have. And what I like about it so much is that he takes his talent and another piece of content and creates a new piece of content. And I think that is what gets over people's head or goes over people's head so much when it comes to repurposing content, is because they think they have to create something brand spanking new. And that's just not the truth. You can literally just take something that you've already done and create a different version of it, right? So there's so many different ways that we can create things. The four different types of content that I always say that you can create is video, audio, written, and images. So Jameson took another video and created another video, or he took a video that was just talking and turned it into a musical element. So he took a talking head and turned it into a piece of music. So that's other ways that we can convert different things into different formats. So we can take this same thing and we can create maybe a course or an ebook on how to create mashups. But there's various different ways that we can take something that already exists and turn it into a new experience for people so that they can enjoy it once more. So shout out to Jameson, shout out to Terry as well. Thank you all for the work that you're doing on this Creatorville, and looking forward to hearing more and dancing more with the things that you all put together. So that is our highlight for today. All right. So what we're going to talk about next is just my highlight for today. Some of the things that I've been pondering on, the things that I put together that I want to be able to share with you all. And so I'm going to head over to my notes, which is the title as well of this live stream, which is Just Do You. All right. So just do you. When it comes down to it, we have so many different things that we can compare ourselves with and also get inspiration from when it comes to these particular, creator streets or creator digitalville, if you will. And there's so many things that we can take from people, but I think that at the end of the day, it boils down to you making sure that you are you. We can emulate, we can copy, we can do all these things. Shout out to Gail, good to see you. We can do all of these different things to be able to take pieces of other people to try to be like them because of the success that they may have had. But at the end of the day, it's just us. When we wake up, when we go to sleep, it's us. We have to find a way to do us, to be us. So I have 3 ways that you can just do you. 3 ways that you can just do you. The first way is authentically. Authentically be yourself. And if you don't know what that means for you, make sure that you take time to quiet the voices in your head and that you're not always just taking things in, that you're actually spending time without the various influences of music and TV and social media, that you're taking the time to be able to say, okay, this is what is going on. Make sure I see all of my comments. Okay, I got here. All right, it's good to see you, London. Thank you for tapping in. So authentically be you. Make sure that you are taking the time to figure out what's going on with you and not just always taking in information from other people and trying to be like them. So authentically be yourself. Number 2, operating in your purpose. Just doing you allows you to operate in your purpose, right? So many people are out here burnt out because they have put themselves in position to where they're not authentically themselves and they're not operating in their purpose. So therefore, it is a job. It is a task to do things on a daily basis because they have put themselves together. They have manufactured themselves instead of being their authentic self and operating in purpose. So they're operating outside of purpose. Therefore, they have to purposefully try to continue to put on this character on a daily basis. And I don't know about you, but I think that that is exhausting. So, finding a way to operate inside of your purpose reduces that burnout, right? It reduces the strain that comes with having to show up every day as the person that you manufactured or as the character that you put together. You can be you, you can do you, and you can say yes and you can say no without disappointing people because you get to operate as yourself. And the third part is going to be to solve a unique problem. A lot of times, especially when it comes to social media, people think that they all have to solve the same problem. They all have to deliver the same message and give the same transformation to people. When that is not true, the way that you understand and the way that you explain things can be the transformation that somebody has been looking for all of their life, if you will. You solve a unique problem. The way that you speak, the way that you understand, the way that you share, the way that you manipulate, the way that you cook, the way that you design, the way that you create, the way that your mind and your body takes action on certain things is an experience that somebody has been looking for or is looking for. So solving problem in your unique way, the way that you have found that it works, is a way that you don't have to make it super easy. You don't have to make it super complicated. It's just a win is a win is a win. The way that you get people from one place to the other to be able to solve a problem or to take action on something is a unique experience that you should always want to provide for somebody and not just doing a cookie cutter example of what other people say that you get to. One of the biggest examples, I have a few math clients and their perspectives are different, right? So sometimes teachers like, I don't care how you get the answer as long as you get the answer. But we have other people who are just like, no, there are ways to solve a problem. There are ways to solve a problem to where you just get the regular answer, but there's another way to do it where you get understanding, right? And so no way is technically wrong, but they are just different routes to be able to get to a solution. And at the end of it, if you have more understanding, that's awesome. If you have less understanding, that's something else. So I went to go see Moana yesterday. And one of the takeaways I will say that I got from there is that there is more than one way to get somewhere, right? So the suggestion was you don't always have to follow the path that other people have said for you to take. I'm hoping that you follow like a good path, like a positive path. But either way, there's more than one way to get to an answer. There's more than one way to solve a solution. There's more than one way to get to transformation. And each and every one of us are unique individuals that can share the way that we do it, and the people will come if they're attracted to the way that you solve the problem or the way that you do it. So solve a problem. So let's go through for me, right? So let's just say How am I authentic? How am I operating in my purpose? And how am I solving a unique problem? So I am I'm Abby, right? That's just me. At the end of the day, there's a whole lot that goes to it, from like where I'm from, where I was educated, where I live now, right? So I'm from, Georgia. I am, so I'm Abby. I'm an educator. I'm not just a regular educator. I was a physical education. I was a PE teacher, right? So that always gives me a different perspective because I have an angle of play that I can share with people, right? I have a problem solving, a group management, a different way to be able to operate when I'm working with people or children, right? I'm an educator. I live abroad. Okay, I live in the UAE, and the unique problem I solve is I help people with their content creation issues. So I help them repurpose content. Now, in me helping people repurpose content, my unique way of doing it is being able to take the experience that I have from being an educator, and also the way that my life has gone allows me to be a unique problem solver when it comes down to it. So, the way that my brain and my lens works, the problems that people have when it comes to content, first thing is that I don't have the time, I don't know how to edit, or they just don't want to. All these things, I have different ways to solve it. It's just like, okay, if you don't have time to do it, then, here's a different format that you can do, right? Or here's some AI that you can use if you don't have time. If you don't know how to edit, boom, don't edit. Here's a way that you can simplify that editing process by just shooting. So even doing live streams like this is a way that I'm overcoming being able having to edit everything is just by talking and having a live stream and having things organized in a way that I can just record and post and take clips the way I want to. And if you don't want to, then we're going to figure out why. Are you a business owner? Like, what's the issue? Do you realize the benefits? Or if they don't want to, I have a service that costs a fee, and I'll do it for you, right? So there's different things that I'm doing to be authentically myself, to be able to operate my purpose and solve a unique problem so that these people can get the results that they ultimately want and need. And it draws them to me because I'm not out here pretending, right? So it's not too late for you all to find a way to be able to do all of these things for yourself as well, to be able to just do you, right? To be able to authentically do you, whatever you do. I see some people on here right now who do some awesome things. One is we have a music artist, we have an actual fine artist, people who do amazing videography, right? So be authentically you. You don't have to do something that somebody else does, right? Operate in your particular purpose. What are you called to do? Not just what everybody's telling you to do. And then what unique problem do you solve? How are you helping people? If that's something that you want to do. But how are you helping people in the way that you operate as a person? Right? So that's the long and short of what I have to say on today. And the next thing I'm going to give you is my tech tip of the day. So let's switch. All right, tech tip is going to be more of a equipment, and that is going to be if you are a creator out here. What up, Nikki? If you're a creator out here, you're gonna need storage. But here's another thing, and I'm gonna highlight this again, right? So one of the most amazing things that I love about all this technology, we have all these big things, big cameras, big whatever, right? And what's happening is we're forgetting that small pieces put big things together. Here's the thing. Without these pieces right here, our cameras, maybe not necessarily our phones, but our cameras, things like recorders, all these things don't work properly within their particular purpose without these small pieces. I want us not to forget that even the small things that we do make a big impact. So I have my DJI, right? DJI Pocket Pro or Pocket 3, and this little small little memory card, I forgot it at home. And guess what happened? My DJI Pocket 3 did not work because I didn't have the smallest little piece that put everything together to make it operate in its purpose. So I want us to remember that even if we're a small creator out here and we feel like we don't have a lot of impact, some of the smallest things create the biggest impact. And if you or it is not in the room, things do not work the way that they're supposed to work. So let's not forget that. All right. These small things have a big impact. So, say all that to say, when you start moving up into cameras and audio recorders and things of that nature, get yourself a good memory card. Get yourself a good memory card. We're going to need this. These are also things that you can gift to creators because we're going to need it. So if they have a camera, they need memory cards depending on the type of camera. So make sure you ask. And then also, when you have these things here, you're going to need storage. Your poor computer is going to suffer. So start getting some external hard drives. Make sure you get a nice external hard drive that's fast. This one is an SSD, meaning it doesn't have any moving parts on the inside. It moves off like a chip. SSD ones are cheaper, but sometimes they stop working, like the one I have over here that I'm very upset about. But get yourself a good external memory card, external hard drive that you can edit off of. You can keep things on here and you can clean up some storage on your computer so that things work optimally. But let's not forget about storage. Storage is key. The stuff that we feel is that doesn't get like the highlight. You know, we always hearing about these fancy cameras and all these things that are getting the limelight and the attention, and we're forgetting about these small little things that have the most impact. Because if you don't have it, it doesn't work, right? So that's it about that. Questions. This is a time to be able to ask them before I hop off and go to the gym like I told myself I was going to go to the gym. So actually, I actually just might go ahead and just keep that promise to myself because I want to do these lives probably weekly for at least, 3, 4, even if I can make it to the 5th day, that'd be great. I want to do these lives, but I also have to do me. I have to take care of myself. And so that is going to be my prompt to go ahead, get up out of here, you know, share what I have to share and then dip so I can continue on making sure that I can be healthy enough at all times to be able to give myself authentically operating my purpose and solve unique problems for you. But I can't do that if I'm not well. But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just saying I want to continue. So I'm gonna go work out. Y'all have a great day.